video probably should have aired about a month ago to be really helpful. In fact, those of you that have had this problem, I'd like to think you've probably sorted it out yourselves by now, or you've had help, but hopefully it will stay on the channel, be there forever for people to reference, and hopefully will help some of you now. So this is a Harris hawk video, because Harris hawks are different from goshawks and they're different from red tails. Very basically, red tails need a different kind of motivation. Red tails, like any sort of broadwing, eagle really, or buzzard, they have the ability to seem incredibly lazy and incredibly conserving of calories, the way they're set up physically and mentally, I think. So they need motivating in a certain way to get them really good, and my God, red tails can be mega fast, incredibly exciting hunters. They can also seem to be very difficult tree-sitting things. They design a lot of buzzards and eagles like that to soar, which is a low energy flying, scanning a lot, using very little calories, and then using gravity, speed, aerodynamics to come down and hopefully catch their prey using those speeds, not direct chasing. Goshawks are different because of their mentality. A goshawk, certainly parent-reared, a goshawk that will need to be at a certain weight to be reliably on recall, to have the keenness to recall and get over its nervous nature and all that kind of. The weight that a goshawk will recall, it would have hunted ounces over that weight, but you need the weight management to get the good recall, not so much necessarily the commitment to game. Harris hawks are different. Pouring of rain, I've got a drip, it's like water torture in here. I think you can hear it too. Harris hawks are different. They will fly to the glove for a betch-in very consistently, very, in a well-trained manner. They'll recall very well at a weight that's way over the weight those birds want to commit to game. They might take something easy, maybe a moorhen, a frog, a vole, something quite easy that isn't going to fight back much at that weight. So you think, well, my house looks great. We caught a vole, it's hungry enough, and he caught a little moorhen. We caught a half-grown summer rabbit, and it comes back every time I call it. But it just can't catch adult rabbits in the winter. It nearly catches them up, and they always just make cover. It's just not fast enough, Dave. I might get a goshawk. It closes down the gap, 50, 100-yard flights, and it just can't catch them up at the last bit and they get away. And that's almost always, and again, I don't know your hawk, your scales, and more importantly, I don't know the condition. I can't feel the muscle mass and see the body language of your hawk. This is stuff you have to learn, and everyone tells you to take weight off to cure all problems, and of course you can create huge problems like killing your bird. But that style of flying, a fit bird that will chase and chase and chase, can't quite catch an adult rabbit, is overweight. Now, it might not be overweight forever, but at this point in your young Harris hawk's life, it's almost always overweight if it's chasing strongly but can't quite catch them. 1 to 2 ounces off your female Harris hawk, for instance, will transform it, because now it's really keen. Now its tummy is telling its brain, we're gonna eat, and that thing's potential food, let's kill it. It needs sharpening up. Now, once it gets confident at catching that prey, its confidence builds, it knows it can catch them, and it learns how to catch them easily. Easily from the point of view of having a fight at the end. The head and shoulder hold, let's say, not the bum hold. Experiment straight away with gradually increasing that bird's weight. And sure enough, you can probably put those 2 ounces back on, and it'll still be now a demon at adult rabbits. If you watch these things in a slow motion footage, that young hawk that's, I don't know, I'm going to guess, let's say 60 miles an hour, closing on that rabbit. It closes on the rabbit at high speed. It's going to hit a 3.5 pound rabbit. Your hawk's only weighing 2.25 pounds, and it's going to grab it near the bum because that's the first bit it gets to, and it hasn't learned any better. They will never mind fighting. Those things will cartwheel, your bird slam to the ground. You don't see it with the naked eye until you watch it on slow-mo. It's brutal for that bird. And then the rabbit's going to be kicking, bringing its legs up, scratching at the hawk's underbelly, because it hasn't got an expert grip on that game. That game is free to kick and butt That's why so many get away in the early stages when you are hunting with your hawk. The bird doesn't know how to tackle them. We are hunting most of the time with our hawks prey that's at the top end of their prey base, because we're not happy with voles and shrews and frogs with your Harris hawk. We're trying to catch something that's falconry, that's edible for all of us. The bird needs confidence and skill to catch those things at the top of its prey range. Your male Harris hawk and your male goshawk, it will chase hares, even when it's caught rabbits, and it will usually stop pretty quick. It realises, wow, they look like rabbits, way too big, way too dangerous. That hurt, not fly them anymore. But rabbits for those hawks, they're within their, male Harris hawk, let's say £1.8. 3.5 pound fit winter rabbit. It can do it all day long. Once it learns its craft, and once it has confidence, and you often need to drag down 1 or 2 ounces off your bird that you think is otherwise perfectly well behaved to kick that killer instinct in. So that's one aspect of Harris hawks in the early season, or your young hawk, that a lot of novices don't understand. They're getting these things. But it's difficult because I don't see that. I can't advise. I'm giving you a general advice on a very, very commonly asked question with a very simple answer. But if your bird's already weak because it's too low in weight, it will never catch anything. You take that bird down low in weight, disaster's going to happen. You've got to assess the bird's body condition, assess those flights, its body language. Are those rabbits always just a bit too quick? Or does it close that gap down most of the way and then not quite catch them up, but your bird's still chasing over a long distance? The bird on weight is a machine. The speed it will fly will increase by 30%, and it will smash into cover even if the rabbit generally gets there just a foot ahead of it. Christ, I've got a fly flying around now. Want to come and wave to your mum? Oh, it's a wasp. A queen wasp looking for somewhere to hibernate. Hold on, woke it up. It's gone. It's gone out to the 10 degrees in the rain. A bit quieter. So that's one aspect of it. Is your bird just a tiny bit overweight? We're talking Harris hawks only here in that scenario. And the other commonly asked all over social media all of the time, come sort of late summer, from the novice falconer is, my bird loved me when I put her away from molt or him away from molt. We had such a good bond. The bird was so relaxed, man to everything, such a chilled out, but I swear it loved me. We just loved each other. We were so chilled out together. I've just got this bird out, and even her weight's already down to the weight she finished last winter at, but it's gone mental. It wasn't even that mental when it was in the free loft and I went in to clean it out. It was fine. Now I've got this bird back on the glove. It's gone mental. It's baiting, it's panting, it's looking at me funny like I'm going to kill it. It's putting its hackles up. Dave or whoever on social, help me. I don't know what to do. The birds, I just can't do this anymore. What? My falconry's gone wrong. The birds are about the same weight we finished, and it's terrified of me, it's aggressive. It's totally normal. That bird's gone away for 6 months. It's been fed up. It doesn't need you. There is no point in you, and it doesn't even need food. Yes, you've reduced the food, and now amazingly, it's already down to its high-end flying weight, near enough. It still doesn't need you. It's still mild. We're not talking about the flying weight it finished the winter at when it was full of confidence and the weather was cold and it built muscle. It's now gone flaccid. It's got fat on it instead of muscle. It's got no appetite because the weather's warm. And it doesn't need you. You will no consequence to it. It's been institutionalised. I always say to people, when you put the birds in aviaries for months, they get institutionalised like someone coming out of prison for 20 years. The world's all changed outside. It all looks a bit scary and different and overstimulation, and it's making me nervous again. I'm not used to it anymore. It's gone a bit wild. Remember, our birds are captive bred. Most in the UK, they're all captive bred, but they're wild animals at heart. They're not domestic animals. It's gone a bit wild. Don't fret about that. As your weight comes down, you will probably have to take this bird's weight down to the very first starting weight when you first got that bird coming on the creance, which could be ounces below the weight you bumped that bird up to by the end of the season when it was full of confidence and well manned. You'll have to go backwards And it will seem, this is just awful. This bird, I love it. It's just horrible. I don't even like that experience. I'm scaring the bird. Don't worry. We're talking usually just days. Offering food on the fist. It doesn't want it. Doesn't need any food today. Don't put it away with food. This is a trained bird now, not a fresh bird. Offer it fist on the glove tomorrow. You don't even need to spend too long doing this. You don't need to carry the bird all day if you're scared and nervous. Don't even need to do that until it's eaten on the fist. Give it half an hour or whatever. It's not eating on the fist. Put it away. Once it's hungry, it'll eat on the fist. And once it starts eating on the fist again, you might still be bringing its weight down and managing that weight to start with. Your bird will transform very quickly back into your lovely bird that you trained and manned so well last year. So don't worry about it. It's really, really common. You're just thinking in your head, my bird's flying weight was £2 6 ounces. You forgot that the first day you flew it free, it was £2 2 ounces. And you're going to be heading down, let's say, to the lower end of that weight scale to get your once interviewed, your second year bird, head to click. What's the point of view? Oh, at the moment, the point of view is I get free food when I'm hungry and you're around. And very quickly, the point of view is we go out hunting together and we catch food together, wild and free. It just needs to get over the shock of coming out of an institution. It's free loft. The shock of that, and to understand the point of view and what the whole point is. And it's a predator. Everything it does is based around, more or less, around appetite and food. And if it's not got any interest in appetite and food, it's got no interest in doing much else with you at all. As its appetite increases and you can start working it on a quince line again, it will click real quick. So don't worry about that. So hope you enjoyed the video. Real specialised this video, Harris Hawks only, I'm going to say, because there's similarities, but there's big differences with a lot of those other commonly flown birds like the red tan and the goshawk. So don't worry, it'll all come good. Persevere. This year, I'm overjoyed to see the people that came and did a bit of training with me last year and the year before have persevered into their second year. A lovely lady, she's out with my son tomorrow to try and get a rabbit. Her hawks entered, but not at rabbits yet. This perseverance, this doing it all right up front, learning, reading, getting all the kit, doing it properly, and then that perseverance. I always tell people on a course, it's much harder than you think. Much harder than you think. You need much more land than you'll ever think, but above all else, to do falconry well, and one reason I'm not doing any this year, or hardly any, you need so much more quarry to go at than any novice ever thinks, like 10 times more than what you think you've got that's going to be good for your falconry. Those are all key things, but perseverance is massive. So well done those guys, well done you, catch you later.